Look, he's going to do Blue Marvel. That's a fancy little play you got going on there, but that's not even close. We get the 7 power from Maximus, the buff on Angela, the 6 power from Swordmaster, the buff on Angela, discarding a card from her hand. Colleen Wing, discarding a card again, activating Strong Guy for +6, and then Blade and Colleen Wing are 7 power. We got 25, 21. We get the buff from Baxter Building. That's what I'm talking about. That's a victory right there. That's what I'm saying. Yo, hey everybody, it's Drewberry, and I'm back with another subscriber deck spotlight. For anyone new to the channel, I really like to highlight people's decks. Just try them out, see the different combos that you guys come up with. So if you want to submit a deck on your own, you can just join the Berryverse Discord. The link is in the description below, and I got a deck spotlight channel. Just take a picture of it and post it right there, and I'll make a video of it. Now today we have a really special video because it is submitted by Dim. Dim, aka Bird, has been really helpful in setting up the Berryverse Discord and has been super supportive, so I'm really stoked to highlight his deck here. And another reason I'm excited is because this deck features Sera, which is a very strong pool 3 card. So she is a 5-cost 5 power, and her ongoing ability is discounting your hand, cards that are in your hand, by 1. So all of those cards on turn 6 that are in your hand are discounted, which can make for some crazy turn 6 burst plays. That's why we're calling this deck the turn 6 burst. I honestly don't end up using Sera all that much, and I don't really know why. I didn't get her that long ago. It may have been a week ago or so, so I'm excited to give her a spin. And the deck he put together here is really interesting because it really takes advantage of that big turn 6, but also emptying our hand so that we can set up for Strong Guy. So this is how I like to do these deck spotlights, these deck breakdowns. Is I have 3 combinations here, 3 combos we're going to try and attempt in our games that I'm going to get to shortly. We like to do about 2 to 3 games, and I like to just highlight the strengths of these decks and break them down into 3 simple combos so that when we get into the games, we have a good idea of what our objective is. Which will allow us to make better plays, hopefully. So the first combo, kind of already hinted at it already, but is Discard Guy. So you have Strong Guy, a 4-cost 4 power. He's in pool 1, and he reads, if your hand is empty, you get +6 power. Now, usually it's kind of hard to pull off, but 4 cost for 10 power can be really good. When you pair him with cards like Blade, Swordmaster, you might be familiar with those. Those discard a card from your hand. Colleen Wing is another one that we're running, and that's going to also discard a card from our hand. It's going to make it a lot easier to have an empty hand on turn 6, because basically I can hold on to these cards until turn 6, get the discount from Sera, and then it's just easy to throw those out, get a lot of power, and empty my hand. So hopefully we play Strong Guy on 4, Sera on 5, turn 6, burst. That swings right into combo 2, the Sera clear. So we want to get Sera out. That's objective number 1. And then all those cards we're going to play, if I can manage to set it up, if I can play Angela on 2 and Bishop on 3, so the ultimate dream curve here is Angela, Bishop, Strong Guy, Sera, all the rest of my hand. That's the dream setup because we can get a lot of burst power on Angela, stacking her location. But then we can also, if I can play 3, 4 cards on turn 6, on top of all the other ones I'm going to play after Bishop is played on curve, he's going to get to like 5, 6, 7, maybe even 8 power. So that's really great value on both those cards. Works very well with Sera, Strong Guy, and this flooding, this burst style deck. And lastly, we have just raw power output because we need to find a way to beat those combos, those big Iron Man plays. I got to diversify my strengths across the board. So I need a lot of power in each card that I play. And that's what this deck has. It has a card like Maximus. Maximus has 7 power. His downside is he's going to allow your opponent to draw 2 cards. Honestly, I don't care about them drawing, so I'm totally fine with that. I just want to get the power output. Also, Swordmaster, great. Discard cards from my hand. I need to eliminate cards from my hand so that I can set up Strong Guy. Lizard is a lot of power. Hopefully we can play him at a location where my opponent doesn't have 4, and then we get his full benefit. That's going to be a tricky maneuver, but I think it works out more often than not if we're smart about it. Okoye is just going to get more buffs. We got to get all the power that we can, and Okoye is a great way to give my deck +1 power so that each card that I draw is even better value. And then Blade is a 1-cost 3 power. He's not so great when you're in pool 1 and you're just starting. You don't have that much discard synergy. But later on, as you acquire more cards, things like Sera, even Strong Guy, once you get him in pool 1, you start to realize that he's really good in flood discard decks. So that is the deck. We're going to take it for a spin and see how it does. All right, let's get into it. So the cards we're looking for to set up the combo, right? Strong Guy, Angela's good too, but I really need Sera, obviously. That's the whole point of the deck, really. Besides like running combo 3 and just looking for that raw power output, that's fine too. So Baxter Building's pretty good for us, giving +3 power at other locations. I think we can handily win that. Savage Land, that's a bit awkward, but not too shabby. I can play Angela here because I might as well. Simply might as well. I have my discard stuff, so we can definitely get the activator on Strong Guy. Feeling good about that. Yeah. Honestly, that's totally fine. He can fill up his locations. When a card moves here, destroy it. Fist Tower. Okay. We have Scarlet Witch. Now, Dim did tell me that Scarlet Witch is here to get rid of annoying locations. Locations like Isle of Silence or just anything that's going to ruin us, right? Stops ongoing abilities like for Strong Guy, etc. I think I can hold. If I wait and if I get Sera, right? This would be 2, this would be 1, 0. So it'd be 1, 2, 3, 4. We're fine. We're fine. We don't need to play cards. We don't need to change a location. I don't have to get too antsy here. I think it's better to hold. Because you draw the nuts when you play smart. That's what I'm talking about. So let's set up Strong Guy. He's going to be so much power. I think I'm fine putting him in the mid. And then just absolutely bursting. Oh, he's going to do Strong Guy. Which is going to be denied by 0. What a wacky play. Who does that ever? I think literally Strong Guy and Sera win this location, right? Strong Guy basically wins it on his own. But maybe we need the extra power for Angela to make sure that we get the +3 from Baxter Building. They're going to move a raptor over. It's going dino hunting. It's Jurassic Park up in here. Fist Tower sniping that raptor. You don't see it every day. Okay, here's the turn. Here's the play. This is how you do the deck, right? So so everything's discounted. We need to ensure that we have no cards in the by the end of this. So I'm gonna play Maximus there. All of the big power stuff. That looks good too there. And then I can play 2 more cards, right? Maybe even not Maximus. No, it's definitely Maximus. And then Blade and Colleen Wing are the next 2 plays for sure, because we need to discard the cards. So let's just put them here. He's giving the emoji to my raptor. That poor raptor. All right, let's do this. I think that's the play. I don't even need to commit to the play there. We're gonna snap, we're gonna end our turn, and hopefully we win the video game. I don't know what he's gonna put behind the Invisible Woman. Let's point. I love that one. I think there's psychology to playing the emotes. Look, he's gonna do Blue Marvel. That's a fancy little play you got going on there, but that's not even close. We get the 7 power from Maximus, the buff on Angela, the 6 power from Swordmaster, the buff on Angela, discarding a card from her hand. Colleen Wing, discarding a card again, activating Strong Guy for +6, and then Blade and Colleen Wing are 7 power. We got 25, 21. We get the buff from Baxter Building. That's what I'm talking about. That's a victory right there. That's what I'm saying. Let's go. This is a strong deck. You know what I like about this deck as well? Let's just jump right back in. Look at that. Camartage is now the hot location. I like that this deck runs a lot of pool 1 cards. There's like, okay, yeah, we have like Maximus and Colleen Wing, for instance. But these are easy to replace cards, okay? If you're curious about some replacements and you want to try out a similar deck, let me know in the comments below. But I'll give you the Timbit. It's basically Flood. So like any deck that can play a lot of cards. And probably one of the best combos to add to a Flood deck that you can't do until you're in pool 3 without Sera, right? That you can do in pool 1 is Carnage and Nova, right? So that combination right there kind of replaces some of the later things like just playing Sera. I hope that makes sense. We're gonna Star-Lord. Seems too good at Camartage. And I don't have anything else to play. So what I'm basically saying is Nova Carnage is a great combo in pool 1 to buff your flooded board, the board full of cards. When you get to pool 3, Sera can replace that combination because it creates a great turn 6 burst. That is how I should have worded that. We don't hit at Camartage with Star-Lord. My dude plays Daredevil. He's trying to get the insight on what I'm doing. I don't really want to give him too many cards, but you can move cards to this location. Let's just put him at Strange Academy and see what happens. I mean, it doesn't really matter where Maximus goes. Really doesn't matter. Okay, card in the middle this time. Wave. Okay. Double wave. So wave is a card that creates the cost of your cards in your hand to 4. All of them. So look at that. Like Blade's 4, but Sera is also 4. So obviously she's a great one to put out here. Problem is, that's not a strong play. It's a part of a combo, but we would have played her on turn 5 anyways. My opponent's probably going to play something real big, which is a bit nerve-wracking, but let's see what happens. We're set up for turn 6. We don't have Strong Guy. That's a bit disappointing. If Strong Guy is our next draw, we are in a good spot. That is where we want to be. White Tiger with Camartage. Okay. We've got some work to do. We've got some work to do. Bishop is excellent as well. I'll take that. I will take that. He's going to see what we're playing here. And honestly, I don't have much for him. I want to play Bishop and maybe Lizard. Because I'm a little bit nervous about my hand. See, this is going to be 3, 4. This is all... Oh no, why is this costing him 1? That's kind of weird. Blade, base, Sera, 1. Maybe somewhere along the way he costs more. Anyways, I'm thinking about putting Lizard out. I can't put him at Strange Academy because if he gets thrown to the left, it's almost guaranteed that he won't get his... his ability will activate. And I'll get that negative power. So we're going to play that turn. Let's see what our opponent does in reaction. They have a great setup with Odin and White Tiger. So, not looking so great. They're going to opt to Jubilee. I think that's good for us. Leader comes out, which I think is also pretty good for us. Because that wasn't that high of power, and he doesn't have a lot of locations to buff up the Bishop. And I can get the negative debuff on Lizard. That was pretty good. And we get Strong Guy. Let's go. I'm pretty sure we're going to win this. So we can play Strong Guy here. I can play Swordmaster here. Colleen Wing there. Discard the Blade. And that's just too much power output, and we're going to get the buff on Strong Guy. Let's go. We snap on turns like that. That was the worst possible play he could have done. Jubilee into Leader. Ruined him. We are losing all 3 locations going into turn 6, but we don't care. He's got Marish Chavez. That's a wrap. That's a wrap. Boom. This deck is consistent too because we don't need Strong Guys. We do need Sera a little bit. That's going to make a huge difference. But there you go. 24-17. Strong Guy activated again. Sera. The Lizard play was just brutal. If he had Odin, that would have been a much better play. To just hold off and play Odin at Camartage. Literally just doing that probably would have won him the game. But he absolutely blew it. Alright. Alright, one more. I'm having a good time here. We got some quests completed. This is going well. We even got the portrait synergy. Let's go. And we get Sera in the opening hand because whenever you have the avatar of the card that's in your deck, there's a higher chance you draw it. Definitely not accurate. That wasn't the truth at all, but I like to believe it is. I like to believe it is. Okay, we got Camartage again. It is the hot location. The big house comes out, and that's excellent for Angela. So we're actually just going to play Angela now. Now, Maximus, I've been playing him on curve. Probably smarter not to, so I don't give my opponent the draws. Another Daredevil. You don't say. Why don't we get rid of Camartage? The only benefit it's giving us is discarding our hand. But I feel like it's going to give my opponent even more of a benefit. Like if they're doing the White Tiger Odin thing, I don't want to see that. I don't want to see that. Another wave. What is this? Is this the same person? X23? don't know if this is the same person, but oh, we get the double, the double Scarlet Witch. Seems good to me. But if this is the leader, oh, and they get Sera discount. This must be a similar person, but I thought they had a different Daredevil. I don't know. You guys are gonna have to tell me. Okay. We're definitely buffing the deck. No doubt about it. We might even do it on the far right because I can definitely play enough cards for Angela the next turn. Just open up my space. Isn't this... So this is interesting. I want you guys to pay attention to this. If your cards have adjusted their cost in some fashion, that is going to affect where they can be played on certain locations. Hellfire Club does not allow cards that cost 1 to be played there. Okoye is naturally a 2-costed card. She was discounted because of Sera to be 1. I cannot play her there. That's how it works in Marvel Snap. Just a heads up. I think that's all we're gonna do. It gives less value to his Daredevil. He plays Doctor Doom. Oh my goodness gracious. Okay. This is gonna be a tough hill to climb here. We're probably gonna get enough. Oh, and we draw a rock. Okay. Let's think about this. Why are my rocks not getting discounted by Sera? That I don't quite understand. Cards in your hand cost 1 less. Oh, minimum 1. I didn't know that actually. I didn't know that she had a minimum of 1. See, here I am trying to give you guys tips. I'm learning things too. That's the beauty of this game. There's so many little things. Okay, we have to focus here. 100%. To beat here, I have to play Maximus. Not even, eh? I play this. I play this. Oh, I can't. Return. I have to do this. Can't do that either. Oh no, we definitely don't have enough power to win then. That's not going to be enough. I can only play 2 cards on the left and I need the power. 7. I need that max amount of power on the left. We're probably not going to win this one. I don't think it's worth playing on the right. 3, 5, 6. We're only going to get to 6. This is a loss. This is a loss. I'm going to tell you something else as we end this game out. One of the best ways to rank up: know when to hold them, know when to fold them. Get out of there. Retreat. When you got a guaranteed loss, you did the math, and you can't win, you get out. So, I might have lost I might have lost 1 cube here today, right there. But how many did we win before? I wasn't even keeping count. At least 8. I snapped both times and won. I don't know if my opponent snapped. Probably more than that. 8, 12, 16. And then we lost 1. So that is a net positive on the cubes. And that's the turn 6 burst deck. So thank you so much for watching. Thank you, Dim, for submitting this deck in the Berryverse Discord. I super appreciate it, my dude. And guys, I will catch you next time.